Buenos dias. My name is Lee M. Cimfel. I'm candidate for Secretary of State, Nebraska 2025-2026. This speech, now I have a speech impediment, a learning and teaching disability, is delivered this is delivered at the Global Financial Innovation Summit. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, and esteemed colleagues, it's an honor to stand before you here today to discuss a matter of both economic necessity and social equity, the evolution of credit accessibility, and the role of financial non-molecular in shaping consumer perception. At the heart of the discussion lies an instrument that has become ubiquitous in global commerce, the Visa credit card. For decades, Visa has been a cornerstone of financial transactions, enabling millions, if not billions, of individuals and businesses to participate in the modern economy. Yet, as we look towards the future, we must ask ourselves, is this current system truly inclusive? Does one size fits all approach credit standards serve all communities equitably? And should something as the name on a credit card influence financial behavior and access? Today I propose today I propose that we rethink not only credit standards. Today, I propose that we rethink not only credit standards that govern who qualifies for our financial products, but also the very naming conventions we use for these instruments. By doing so, we foster greater financial inclusion, empower undeserved populations, and stimulate economic growth in ways that previously unimagined. Let us consider the psychology of branding. A Visa Platinum card carries certain prestige, while a Visa Secure card implies restriction. Name shape expectations, and expectations shape behavior. Yet the current naming structures often reinforce rigid hierarchies rather than encouraging broad participation. What if instead of a single dominant branding model, financial institutions offered names tailored to different culture, generational, or social economic contexts? Imagine the Visa Rise card, designing for young professionals building credit for the first time. The Visa Bridge, aimed at immigrants and newcomers establishing financial roots. The Visa Thrive card, geared towards small businesses and ownership in emerging markets. The Visa Foundation card, a secure card marketed not only as a last resort, but a stepping stone to financial stability. By diversing By diversifying naming conventions, we destigmatize entry level credit products. I have here a Visa that says IE instead of Lee, it says IE cimfel. So I bought a vowel. By diversing naming conventions, we destigmatize entry level credit products and makes them more appealing to those who need them most. A name is not just a label, it's a signal of opportunity. Beyond your FICO score. Now let us turn to credit standards that determine who gains access to these financial tools. For too long, traditional credit scoring models, primarily FICO system, have excluded vast segments of the population. Thin file, no file customers, including immigrants, young adults, and low income individuals, often find themselves locked out of mainstream credit despite their reliability. We must advocate for alternative credit assessment models such as utility or rent reporting, community-based lending circles, income-based underwriting, and microcredit graduation programs. Visa, a global leader, has the power to champion these reforms by participating with fintech innovators, community banks, and regulatory bodies to create more inclusive standards. A call to action. Financial inclusion as economical growth. This is not merely a matter of fairness, it's a matter of economic necessity. When people gain access to credit, they invest in education, start businesses, and contribute to gross domestic product growth. A study by the World Bank found that expanding financial inclusion could boost global economic output by $3.7 trillion by 2025. To the financial institution here today, I challenge you to rethink your product designs. To, to policymakers, I urge you to modernize credit regulations to reflect the diverse economy. And to consumers, your financial journey matters and you deserve tools that recognize your potential. In closing, let us move beyond the outdated notion that creditworthiness can only be measured in one way. Let us embrace names that inspire standards that include a system that may uplift, systems that uplift. Together, we can ensure the next generation of Visa cards and the financial ecosystem at large does not just serve the privileged few, but empowers the many. Thank you. Please vote for me, Lee M. Cimfel, Secretary of State, Nebraska, United States, 2025.